Hello grade 5, welcome back to your week 8 social studies e-learning. This week we are going to start on a new assignment to last basically the last month and a half of school here. So it's a very extensive project. It's called the Day of the Notables. It used to be called Night of the Notables, but we're in a little bit different situation here. So we're going to call it the Day of the Notables. And basically what this is you will research an important figure in history. It can be current or it can be in the past. And you're going to do a biography and then eventually a speech. So I'm going to go through that entire project with you right now, just so that you can understand it and have all of the details you need to be explained to you. So we'll get right into that, and then you can start your research right after this video if you'd like, because there are a lot of important dates we need to remember, and we need to follow the schedule very closely on this one. So I'll go through all of that with you right now. Okay, so here is your assignment. Now this file, it will be available to you on Edmodo in the folders for e-learning. So you should be able to have this easily. I will post it in pretty much every day's folder this week so that you guys have access to it. It's not hard to find. Okay, so Day of the Notables, what is it? The Day of the Notables is a comprehensive project that allows you as the students to share your learning with your family and friends. It is a culmination of historical and biographic research projects integrating reading, writing, and speaking. So it's a research project. And like I said before, it's about a notable person. So that's what notable means. So someone who is very important in history. How does it work? So students will research a notable person in history and write a one-page biography minimum. Okay, so one-page minimum biography. Then you will summarize this biography and write a 1-minute speech in the perspective of the notable person. So after I go through this whole assignment, I'm going to go through what a biography is and how you should write a biography. So don't worry if you're like, well, I don't know how I'm supposed to write that. I will go through some slides and present that to you. Well, once you finish the biography section of this assignment, you will do a speech and you will take the role of this person. So you will be in the perspective of your chosen person. You'll practice it and you'll memorize it. Then you will record and submit the video to your class teacher. Okay, so when you have your speech memorized, you will record a video and you'll send it to your teacher to be graded. Students must find and use student-friendly biography at your reading level for this project. So you're going to do some research. You're going to find some biographies to get information from. And you are also challenged to use effective time management skills to meet deadlines while completing this project. So as we go down, we'll see there are many dates laid out for this project, many dates. Okay, so your parents. So your parents should have a look at this assignment, okay? They should have a look through and help guide you through it, okay? Thursday, June 19th is the actual Day of the Notables, where you will be able to see all of the speeches that I have compiled from all of your submissions. So I'm going to put them all into one video. It'll be about 25 to 30 minutes. You can watch it with your family. So a family member should record you to send to me. Okay, so I need to have that video file. Costumes do not need to be too extravagant or cost a lot of money. And just remember, you do need a costume for this. You're taking the role of somebody else. You want to act like you're that person. And each class teacher will be holding a Zoom session for your class each week to ensure that all students are on track and to answer any questions you might have about the assignment as you're going through. Okay, So don't forget that part. That's important. Every week there will be a Zoom session, and your teachers will tell you when those sessions will be, and everyone is free to join in, ask questions, and get to know a little bit more about the assignment if they are not sure about it. So we'll continue down to the important dates. Okay, the important dates. May 12th. So today is May 10th when you're watching this video. May 12th is when you should have a notable person chosen, okay? So you need to pick your own historical figure. I would maybe make a list, narrow it down for yourself, and then decide which one you want to do the most, okay? When you have this done, please let your teacher know. Let your teacher know when you have done this one right here. Okay, May 19th, so 1 week after the 12th. So May 12th, I believe, is a Tuesday. So May 19th is also a Tuesday. You should have your research organizer booklet complete. So I will go through with you what that is after I go through all these dates. May 19th, research organizer booklet complete. Okay, May 25th, so 6 days later, you should have a rough copy done for your teacher. So you're going to submit a rough copy in Word document, or if you're doing it by hand, that is okay too. You can take a picture and send it. It's just a lot easier to do a Word document, and we're able to edit a lot easier. And then June 1st, you want to submit a typed good copy or your final copy to your teacher. So this will be that Word file. Okay, it's going to be typed on a computer. We do not want to see a lot of handwritten kind of work on this one. We would like to see a typed copy for your final copy. Okay, so that's June 1st. June 2nd and 3rd, you will have your speech organizers done. Okay, June 2nd and 3rd, that's when you're going to work on your speech organizers. So you're done your biography, and don't worry, you will submit it to us, but you'll still have your copy. You'll be able to go through your biography, pick things that you can talk about when you are becoming the person. So you're going to make your speech. You're going to organize your speech. It's in the same booklet as your research organizer for the biography, okay? It'll be a 1-page thing, and the biography organizer is 4 pages. So you'll have your first 4 pages will be the biography planning, and then the last page of that booklet will be the speech organizing, okay? So you should have that done by the 3rd. June 7th, you should have a written speech done and submitted to the teacher. So sent to your teacher. You should have your speech written and done. Remember, a speech is in the person's character. So you are becoming that person. You're speaking as if you are that person. If I chose to be The Rock, okay, big movie star, right? He was a wrestler. Then I would have to be speaking like he does. I would have to be thinking about how he says things. And I would have to write that speech based on how he would speak, okay? From the 7th to the 11th, you will, June 7th to June 11th, you will have your speech written on some note cards. This part, I mean, you don't really have to write little note cards. It'll help you memorize, though. And you're going to practice and memorize your entire speech, okay? Usually when you're writing down on note cards, you're not going to write the entire speech word for word because you're going to remember all of the little pieces that link each major piece together. So you're going to write your major talking points onto note cards, and that's how you're going to practice and memorize. And June 14th and 15th is when you should practice in front of your teacher. So you'll want to schedule with your teacher a Zoom time on either one of those days. Your teacher will communicate this with you. For instance, they might give you, 10-minute sessions to sign up for. Go ahead and let them know when you want to do that on those 2 dates. And they'll have a little Zoom meeting with you to see how your speech is going, see how your memorizing is going, and you'll be able to practice it with them, okay? On June 15th, you should have had your costume kind of planned out and ready to go. You should have that all ready for the 15th, because starting on the 15th is when you should be continuing your practice. You have up until the 18th to submit your video. So from June 15th to June 18th, on one of those days, you should have recorded your video and sent it to your teacher. Okay? June 15th to June 18th, you should have your video recorded and submitted to your teacher. The teacher will take all of the video files and make one movie to share it with the class. Okay? And that'll be on the 19th. They will share that with the class. Okay? It's a lot of work for us if we don't get that video in on time. So you need to get that video on time. June 15th to June 18th. All right. And last, we'll go over how you're going to be graded. So first, your research. When you're writing your biography, you're going to do a lot of research on the person. So we're going to mark you on the information about that person if it's correct. Is it important? Is it relevant to why that person is an important figure? You were able to do the research by yourself. Now that's going to be a little tough for us to know, but we want you to do your best to do this research on your own, and you can ask us if you need a little bit of help. We need to see that your research is organized in your research booklet. I will go through that in 1 minute. And you will have 3 or more sources that you are writing on. So you'll have 3 different maybe links or websites that you've found that are credible and good that you're going to use for your information from, to get your information from. Okay? The biography. Paragraphs are structured appropriately and ideas are organized. 3 paragraphs. Beginning paragraph, middle paragraph, and ending paragraph. Information is in your own words. It's not copy and pasted. If we feel that you have copied and pasted a biography or parts of a biography, then we might say to ourselves, well, you don't deserve to get a mark, or you need to redo it. That's the likely outcome. We'll make you redo it, okay? It is plagiarism if you copy and paste someone else's work. So it is very bad in school to copy someone else's work and say that you did it. So do not do that, okay? Please do not do that. Your main idea and about the notable person has been focused on. So we need to make sure that all of the major parts are focused on that notable person. And then we're going to mark you on your conventions and grammar, so your spelling, punctuation, commas, everything like that. And it needs to be typed. Your speech. So we're not going to look at the written speech, okay? But this is what you should do for your written speech. It's in the perspective of that person you chose. You're able to summarize your biography, and use the main points as your speech. You wrote it on cue cards or little note cards. And it has to be approximately 1 minute long. So it needs to be 1 minute. Excuse me. 1 minute long. The oral speech. So this we will mark because you're going to submit your video and we're going to see this. You need to use expression. So you need to try and act like that person. Okay, you need to try and become the notable person you chose. We need to see that you practiced it. So in that video, we want to see you be able to recite your speech as if you were just saying it off the top of your head, not off your cue cards or anything like that. We would like you to have that memorized. Eye contact. So you should be looking at the camera. Okay, you should be looking at me. Okay, I should be able to see you and you should be convincing me that, this is this is this person, and this is why they're so important. You need to be engaged with the audience. So that's, again, eye contact. We don't have an audience for this year, but that's what you would do. Your costume needs to be appropriate, and it needs to reflect that person. So the person you chose. We need to see that it wasn't just, a t-shirt and shorts, and that there's a little more effort. Maybe you have a wig on, or maybe you have, something else that signifies that person, okay? Something that tells us that you are this person. And lastly, the timeline. Did you follow the timeline, okay? So we're going to try and keep you on timeline here as best we can. We're going to do our best as teachers to help you to stay on track, okay? But make sure that you are making all the effort you can to do so, okay? Now I'm going to go over the graphic organizers really quick for your biography and your speech. Okay, here is your graphic organizer for your biography. So we have laid this out for you very simply, okay? So the first page is paragraph 1, your introduction. So you're going to write down in each of these boxes, kind of answering those questions and details that it has told you to. So there's a little title at the top or the bottom of each box that tells you what you should be planning for in that box for the paragraph, okay? You do not need to write full sentences in your planner. Just note anything that's important that you need to know that you will be writing in full sentences in your biography, okay? So the first one's introduction. We have cool, interesting facts to begin. Birth and death, so dates and places for the introduction. And why this person's worth knowing, and any other important information that relates to introducing the person. Second paragraph, you will talk about that individual's life. Okay, so what their life was like. Early life, childhood and family. Early life, education and talents. Adult life, education, training, and jobs. And then adult life, goals and accomplishments. So you're going to go through kind of stage by stage in order. We'd like to see that organized properly in order. So I would start when they're young, all the way up till they grow up, and then why they were so important in their life. Okay? Goals and accomplishments. Paragraph 3, achievements. Okay? So we kind of separated the middle section up, right? So we had introduction, middle, and ending. So the middle we have as a couple paragraphs here. Okay? You have major achievements and accomplishments, making a difference. So how did they affect the world and humanity? So people, the human race, how does this person affect them and affect the world? Characteristics that helped them achieve what they achieved, okay? So the things that, the way that they are, the characteristics, how do they act? Are they confident? Are they powerful? Are they strong? So these things that helped them achieve their goals, achieve what they did. And then a conclusion, making a difference, the lessons that you have, and the influence, okay? Oh, so sorry, that is actually 3 paragraphs, beginning, middle, and end. That's the ending paragraph, what they achieved. And the last one is just other interesting information that you can put. Sorry, I made a mistake there. So that's okay though. Interesting information. So anything else that you find, maybe a funny story, a fact, something that they can do that not many others can do, anything like that. Search for those things for your biography and write them in here. Okay? A bibliography down here in the bottom right corner. That is for you to write down where you got all of your information. So whether you got it from a book, encyclopedia, whether you got it online, just remember Wikipedia is not a credible source. Wikipedia is basically information that anyone has put in there based on that person. So I would not use Wikipedia. I would try and find other acceptable sources. Okay? So that's for your biography. These 4 pages are for your biography. Okay? Now for your speech. When you're done your biography and you're starting on your speech, this is what we're going to use for your speech. So this is in the file as well. This will all be on Edmodo. So you're going to write it in first person because you are becoming the person. Okay? So this is laid out very simply for you. So you want to have like a good starting, right? So that'll be the top of the bun. This is a hamburger, if you didn't know. The top of the bun. Okay. First ingredients, so important things you want to talk about. Next key detail, next important thing, then the last thing. So you're going to just follow in chronological order or in a good sequence that you can, that it makes sense. Okay. We don't want to have you jumping all over the place through your life. Okay. And then you're going to close it up and you're going to be very interesting. You're going to leave us kind of like, oh, that guy was a cool guy, or that lady was awesome. She did so much cool things. Okay, so plan out your speech on here, and then you'll write it after you do your planning, okay? And same with your biography up here. Make sure this is all done, and remember there are specific dates. Follow the dates when these should be done, right? Okay, so now you know all about your assignment. I said I might share some slides with you, but I'm not going to do that on this video. Those slides are going to be basically just repeated information about how to write a biography. So how to organize a biography, which is basically how I went through it with you in your research organizers there. So I will post the file on Edmodo though as well. It'll be titled biography, and it's a PowerPoint, okay? So there's, I think, about 10 slides or so on there. They just break down basically what I said and how your organizer is laid out. So it's going to show you just how you should be writing it, just as your organizer does. So don't worry too much about that. I'm sure you will all do a great job. We just want you to have a little, something else, I guess, to help you out if you need it. Okay, so I'm going to post that as well. So it'll be titled Biography, and it's a PowerPoint, okay? So that's all. I really hope you guys enjoy this. This is going to be really good. Please let your teacher know what notable you chose and follow that timeline, okay? So you have a couple days right now. You have until the 12th until you need to tell your teacher which person you chose that you're going to be doing this assignment on. So please make sure you do that. If you don't, your teacher is going to be like, I have no idea what you're doing. What are you doing? Are you working on it? So we need to get you organized and make sure that you're staying on top of the dates, okay? So the first date is the 12th, May 12th. That's in 2 days. So do a little bit of research, look around, pick some notable people, and then pick the one you want to do the most, okay? All right, I'm so excited to see what we come up with this last term. All right, let's have some fun with this, and let me know if you need anything, okay? Send me a message. You know how to do that. All right, we'll talk to you soon.